Welcome to the Emo Social Club podcast, broadcasting to you live from emosocialclub.tv. I am Brian.
And I'm Lizzie, and we're here this evening after some intense technical difficulties with Dave Gomez, also known as Summer Curse from the Chicago scene. Thanks so much for bearing with us and jumping on in here with us tonight.
Hell fucking yeah. I'm such a fan. This is awesome.
We've known each other for a long time. I think I just met you like for the first time in person though, like a few months ago, maybe.
Riot Fest?
Yeah.
Riot Fest,
bro.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with our mutual friend, Lexi.
Yeah. I love
we were
Lexi.
like walking around.
Yeah.
And
it was
checking out the merch and stuff. And
yeah.
I also ran into Lizzie too. I think during like right before.
I think it was like in the middle of Motion City.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Motion City.
It's like, I caught you in between these songs of this set. It's like, I don't know, man. We were in a park.
We were in a park. We couldn't find everybody. It was real chaotic hours.
It was rad. That was the first time I actually went all 4 days. It was so fun, so much fun. I just got like hammered every morning.
Oh my God.
Like right away.
I feel like it is a much easier way to do.
My character.
I feel like it's much easier to do 4 days of Riot Fest than 4 days of Lollapalooza because I have done 4 days of Lollapalooza and it is not great after a while.
A lot more walking.
I toughed through it though. I felt like I could keep going though. If it was like a 10-day thing, I feel like I honestly could.
I think that would be a little too much, bestie.
Oh no.
Oh no. We're in a danger zone at that point.
Come on. That's not very punk rock of you.
Yeah, punk rock is, man, I don't have anything to do but hang out in a field with a bunch of degenerates drinking cheap beers.
I mean, listen, Brian and I rolled up on the first day only to see Alkaline Trio, and then we left immediately after.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Take your time. You know, we'll get there. They started their first song as we walked in. I'm like, we did it. Perfect timing.
I was there too. Trio was rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you really got a concussion?
Yes, because I saw like close-up photos of Matt Skiba on the Alkaline Trio like fan forum.
Okay,
and it looked pretty gnarly.
Okay,
Oof.
Yeah, that wasn't just like, hey, look at me, I'm hurt, feel bad for me. This shit. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't.
I was like, you seem like you're making it up because you're kind of drunk and you're like kind of forgetting words and how.
I also feel like
go.
if you are concussed, you should not also be drunk. I just feel like that cancels out a lot of brain activity.
I
mean, yes, but also
it really does. I usually start. My rule is like to start on stage. Don't start before. If you're gonna drink, start on stage.
Yeah,
first song in, because you're not gonna get that drunk after for one beer. This is my first rodeo.
Yeah, it can depend on when you're playing in a night, right? Though, so if you're the second to last band, are you gonna wait through 3 other bands, let's say, for your first beverage?
Yes. I'm professional. I'm a professional.
That's etiquette.
You're stronger than I am.
I'm so bad at fucking like forgetting words and whatnot. So like I've learned to just not do that. Try to do my best.
It's like a test. Like you have to practice drunk, and then you have to show up to the show drunk, and then you have to perform drunk. Because it's like that's how I do my best. I learned it. I do it. Here I am.
Yeah.
Hey,
if you partake in any of that activity, you learn quickly.
Yeah.
What your limit is.
Drink responsibly.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
And
Brian,
at a show, tip your bartender.
Yeah.
Yes.
I drink responsibly. All I do now is I hit play on Spotify, dude. Like it's not that hard. I can drink way before I do that. It's like boop.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm drinking right now. I'm doing okay. We're doing all right.
I also don't use Spotify for anybody who wants to challenge me.
Yeah, we use an actual DJ system.
Yeah, come on.
You're rocking. What's going on? You're rocking CDs or what's the deal?
No.
Are we ancient? We're not ancient.
It does kind of run.
I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but I know we're both kind of like the same age, or me and Brian are at least. We're both we're both 1,000 years old. So
thank God we have relevance.
Brian's like solidarity.
Solidarity in our age. No, we just use like a video software on our streams. When we do that is just run like a playlist, so we can just add to the playlist and it just auto mixes. But now when we're doing our IRL events, we're doing it with like an actual like DJ mixer,
like a wiki.
Though, yeah, we don't wiki. We just
We could wiki.
transition. We have potential to wiki, but we don't actively wiki currently. We are currently not wikiing.
One of my radio kids is in Wheaton, and we hang out sometimes. He's like, "Hey, do you know how to like go to wiki?" And I said, "No." He said, "Oh, I have a DJ set up in my basement. You can come over and I can show you." I'm like, "What?"
That's amazing.
That's how we wiki.
So you just had a birthday too, Lizzie. Happy birthday.
I did. Thank you. It was literally yesterday.
Yeah.
We're recording this on Thursday. It is on the 15th, and
Yes.
I know like one other person as of last week who has the same birthday as me. We love it.
Still much younger.
That's awesome.
Still too
That's awesome.
far away from us.
Much
Did
27.
you do anything special?
No, I just worked as I typically do.
God damn it.
I don't know what else to tell anybody.
God damn it. Please stop.
Can you grade 4 hours worth of papers for me?
Oh,
is
can
what
you
I'm
celebrate a
asking now.
birthday for me?
Hey, is that gonna be your birthday present to me? That's crazy, Brian. Thank you
No.
so much.
Your birthday gift to yourself is having a birthday.
It's gonna have to be this weekend. All I
Yeah.
did was I did some family stuff, like family dinner, family brunch. My brother showed up looking like Justin Bieber, like Christ, like
Bieber.
you know, Kryda, like 2010. And he's like, "No, I don't look like Justin Bieber." I said, "You start singing Baby right now. I would not think otherwise."
Hair was so
Especially the ludicrous, the fucking luda rap.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's what it's about.
I have a Justin Bieber ornament on my Christmas tree. I don't know why we have it, but I'm pretty sure it's me. Because I love that first Justin Bieber album he came out with. It actually bangs hard. I need everybody to go listen to the first Justin Bieber album after this. And
Welcome
tell
to
me it
Emo
doesn't
Social Club.
go.
Listen to Justin fucking Bieber, please.
First 10 minutes in, we're talking about the pop
Listen,
charts
my
here.
world just smacks different guys.
Get
All right,
into it.
get it. He was the. Listen, I
cool.
never ran the One Direction, but it was Jonas Brothers and then the other JB, which is Justin Bieber, and that's it. That's where I stopped.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
all good. I have no fucking shame. I don't have any, like,
The other.
you know, I love pop and shit. I love, like,
Yeah.
Carly Rae Jepsen and shit. Like,
We love
I
it.
listen to it
Our queen.
unironically. Yeah.
As you
Right.
should. I mean, she has a sword. You have to listen to her.
Yeah.
She has a sword?
Yo,
Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Her
She's the owner.
Lollapalooza set. She has they gave her a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's right. She did play this past year. Or,
No, like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. A couple years
Okay.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was
right.
with
Okay.
Siska because he was
Siski?
her backup bassist. Or
Yeah.
bassist. Yeah.
Yep.
Just a
Yeah, I'm
regular
familiar. Yeah. I know you guys interviewed him at one point, right?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Never
We're-
forget
this is like-
Siski business.
This is one of our last interviews of the year, so we can tell you that based on like our YouTube views, that is still our number one video of views this year. And I'm like, it was like 4 years ago. Damn.
It's wild because
on.
we even had Tom Higginson on, and people were like, "Yeah, no, I don't care about Mr. Hate or Delilah. I care about Siski business."
Care about the Siski. It's
He is a charismatic dude, though.
oh, he's great.
So
Oh yeah,
Wonderful
he's
dude.
so nice, so nice.
But Dave, we have you on the pod tonight.
And you
We
are
have
also
you on
very
this
nice.
pod.
yeah, you do.
So,
So
why
you
don't
get-
you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you
One at a
do?
time. Sorry, yeah, we have to get back to
Lizzie.
that question. We have to get back to that question. Maybe at the end we'll introduce who I am.
Yeah, no, we'll get into that later. Why don't you tell us
fucking talk
about yourself, your
Yeah.
project Summer Curse, what you got going on with it?
So essentially, I've been doing music for fucking ages. I've been doing like the pop punk. I've been in the pop punk scene doing bands since like 2004. So I've been doing it for a while. And this is like a new project. I had to like do some rebranding, unfortunately, but this is where I'm at in life, and I just want to keep it rolling and continue to put out new music and whatnot. So that's the game plan. I also just re-released a bunch of old shit under the new name for people that are just like discovering me. But it's just nice and easy. So because I wrote the shit anyway,
Yeah,
so might as well
cheers.
make it available for everyone to find out. Like I know it's kind of confusing because it's kind of like a new band, but you go on the Spotify and it's like a fuckload of
Everywhere.
songs. So yeah.
You want to put on the artist radio playlist, so like the most played. You're like, I don't want to bounce around. I just want to put it on and let it go, and that's it.
You can also do
Exactly.
like
So
the Summer Curse Dave Gomez, like comma, so it's like all under everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, some people have mentioned that. Like, it's like, oh, I don't expect that to be like a solo thing. It's not a solo thing. It's a fucking band. But I'm just like doing it. I'm just like, I'm trying to like I'm just trying to do it already and just try to like get out there, and I'm doing acoustic shows, like trying to get a full band together and whatnot. But that's already happening pretty much. I'm already like jamming again with my old bandmate Reese, so he's pretty much like on board to play live with me, and he's looking for a drummer, and we're gonna make that happen in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drummers
just get Travis
bananas.
Barker. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that is the game plan. I've been working on new music with this dude Roy Robley, and he's done stuff for Meet Me at the Altar,
Love it.
Belmont, Rare Candy, ton of bands.
Yeah.
So right now
All the
he's
homies.
playing drums, and that's yeah, or at least on the records.
On the record.
IRL TBD.
Yeah. TBD. IRL drummers, get at anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Literally,
reach out
anybody,
directly to
everyone
Dave,
needs
but we'll
you.
pass your name along, I guess, if you reached out to us. But I do
Yeah.
think you could just immediately go to Dave. You don't have to go
Who
through
fucking
us.
knows? Like, I mean, by the time this fucking airs, or I might have a drummer. When does it go on?
On Monday?
Oh, Monday. Okay, fuck it. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, guys. It's like you have to go on like TikTok and it'd be like, if you pass this sound up, you're not gonna have like the luckiest thing happen to you. Just find that sound and be like, let's go. Where's the drummer? Come through.
Fucking TikTok. Like,
Are you ever
TikTok
gonna be
is fucking
okay?
powerful though. For what it is, it's really powerful. It's powerful shit.
It is.
but why is it the same as fucking MySpace? Like, oh, if you see this bulletin and you don't like repost it, like your crush won't ever like you and you
I
die.
need to remind you, the other day I overheard some kids talking about, they're like, have you ever heard of MySpace?
Yeah, no,
and then
fuck
try
that.
to
Fuck that.
explain
No,
to
I'd
like
become
another
violent.
group of
No.
like had to be like 20-year-old kids being like, this is what MySpace was. Doesn't that sound crazy? And I sat there like,
Break
what?
tradition, reject
Yeah.
modernity.
I was early on in it with the whole like promoting myself like on those socials. I was like part of Zanga, if you guys remember that one.
Oof, yes.
We had a forum for my like first band when I was like 14, 15, and like kids would actually engage with us in like the forum. It was insane. Like it's cool for when you're like 14, you're like, oh fuck yeah, 10 people care about us. That's so cool.
So, and this is something interesting that I've noticed as all of us from the suburbs moved into the city. What like area did you grow up in?
Blue Island. I'm an
Okay.
island boy.
So it feels to me, because I was in Des Plaines, and then we had like the north suburbs with fucking like Schaumburg and Palatine and a little bit. And it just felt like the south suburbs, as everybody moved into Chicago, like that scene has still been very strong. And it's like, man, there was like a whole community, and it was so far away from me when I was growing up, and now it's here and everybody knows each other. And oh God, like, where's my people? why don't I have any
Where are
friends?
my people?
Why didn't anybody like my
Brian.
14-year-old band? Come on, guys. I was cool.
I think at the end of the day, like location, man, and humans run this shit. So it's like, you're gonna bring it with you. You're gonna bring the scene to wherever you go to, I guess. So
Yeah.
But we were lucky enough, like in the suburbs at least, to have a fuckload of venues, but they've all like they're all dead.
Yeah.
I feel like too after a certain point, because like during like the early 2000s, late 90s, there was a lot of like in the northern burbs, like, a lot of venues, and then it was kind of like it rotated out. I feel so like those venues shut down, and then the south suburbs opened up with like Royal Skate and Apparel, and obviously that is shut down too, to the
Yeah.
south suburbs. And then us out here in the western suburbs, we had the 105, but that is kind of here or there because of COVID. I just feel like it's starting to like rotate around to like where all the kids, like the new kids are. And like, it's kind of weird, I feel,
Yeah.
because I feel like there's some formulaic thing going on here that we're just completely unaware of, that they're saying, nope, all these kids are up here going to these shows. Oh, nope, all these kids are back over here. Okay, now that we have to get them out over here. And it's like weird, because I know there was a lot of shows actually out by me for a good amount of time before COVID. And I was like, wow, I can like drive down the street and be home in 10 minutes. That's crazy.
Oh, that's the best.
I know. Or I could walk home if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Or someone I'd call someone
walked
come
to
get me.
I used to live so close to like Mojo's in Tinley Park, and I used man, like I guess I took that for granted because I saw like so many great shows. I saw like Friday Night Boys when they were a thing, like That was rad. Just like you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that band, but like that dude, that singer from that band is now a producer, Andrew Goldstein,
okay.
and he's worked with like Selena Gomez and shit like that.
Oh my god.
All right.
Sneaker
It's like,
nights.
fuck, I like walked to see your band in front of like 15 people, and now it's like you're working.
Here.
Yeah, now you're working with fucking Selena Gomez. It's pretty rad. Small world.
Yeah. Literally the only show that I could walk to in my hometown was not when I was living there. It was like around Christmas, like one year, and it was at the Des Plaines Theater, which did shows like very randomly, and they were hosting Hawthorne Heights.
Oh my god.
So I literally walked to go see Hawthorne Heights, like
I love
across
that
the
for
street,
you.
and I'm like,
what year was this?
2014, 15, somewhere around there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a little while back. Okay, because they've had an interesting trajectory, and
They have.
you know,
They
because now
played the
it seems,
Zoomies
I feel like
Cup
they're
tour.
kind of like they're fucking a thing again, and like same thing with like Limp Bizkit. You know, finger
Hawthorne
point.
Heights
Finger
and
points for
Limp
Limp
Bizkit
Bizkit.
touring together. When?
Yeah.
That would be the
Limp
most
Bizkit-
chaotic
Limp Bizkit Hawthorne
audience.
Heights tour. That'd be fucking amazing.
Co-headliner every night they swap out who's. Oh god, I'd go. I would be so
Yeah.
high. I would not know how to act.
There's
I don't know
a
how to act to
very-
begin with.
There's a very
Yeah.
like thin Venn diagram of people that go to both.
And
it
it's us.
exists. Yeah, it
It's
exists.
us actually.
They're all in the call right now, but it feels like Limp Bizkit is
No, trends are funny though. Trends are funny, right? Because it seems like I don't know, like it was either you were for
I mean,
Hawthorne
like-
Heights back in the day, or you thought they were kind of like lame, or like you know, screamo was like not cool. You were like really pop punk, and like you made fun of bands that's like screamed and shit like that. I guess
I think the thing is,
like emo was a dirty
yeah,
word.
the thing
Oh, yeah.
is too is that like Hawthorne Heights has come back in like this new light and full force, where people are saying, "Oh, this was a part of the OG emo movement, but it's still modern enough that like it mixes with the pop punk movement." So you get a blend of people where for once they can say, "Yes, we both agree that Hawthorne Heights slaps." And I'm not going to be mad at either side. Like, OG emo kids aren't going to, like, you know, copy pasta it up on you. The pop punk kids aren't going to be like, what is this sad bullshit? Because they have that screamo element. They have these newer things that are, like, integrated into it. And because, like, they were basically a Warped Tour band, too.
Right.
So I think they kind of bridge these two, like, usually separated generations, I'd like to think. And I think that that's what's different about Hawthorne Heights now. And I think also they just kind of realize, like, hey, we can ride this nostalgia train because they have songs that people still listen to and, like, know enough of.
Right.
But also Skeletons is, like, a really good album, so everyone should go listen to it.
So damn good.
Right?
And I feel like, yeah, because I slept on them. I was part of the. I'll be honest. Like back in the day, I was like, we would make fun of that Ohio is for Lovers songs. Like me and my friends and shit. Like, and as you get older, you just like this. You just like relate to more shit. I guess. Like you're just like I don't know. I guess because I was so into like pop punk and like I was a Blink-182 kid. You know what I mean? So it's like anything that was like remotely like hardcore, I was like, ugh, lame. Like none of that. And now it's like I would totally be in like a Silverstein type band nowadays.
Yeah.
Not to say I'm going to, but I'm just saying like I
it
would.
could happen.
Next
Yeah, it
record,
could happen.
Silverstein.
Next record, Summer Curse. We're going hardcore. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, they're fucking amazing. But I always gave them like I was like band's fucking stupid, and I actually listened to them recently. I was like, yo, they kind of have like Alkaline Trio vibes, and they're really good.
Don't tell me that.
Brian,
Don't
hop
say
on the
that to me.
train.
No,
Hop on the
I am still
Hop on the Hawthorne Heights train, bestie. You'll have a good time.
like, I have not really gotten down the Hawthorne Heights hole. The H,
Okay,
the Triple H.
my best friend in the whole world. I still love him, and he hates Hawthorne Heights, so it's okay.
Listen,
Listen,
I was
Hawthorne
like,
Heights
give
is
it a
me and my
chance. So just like, just
Hawthorne
give it a
Heights
chance.
is me and my best friend's favorite band. That's our best friend band.
he,
That's awesome.
Jonathan Taylor Woodruff. I believe that's what the JT stands for.
Are you sure, or are you just saying it?
I assume.
Are
Jimothy
you sure
Timothy
it's not just
Woodruff.
JT? Like that could
Heights.
just legally be his name,
Yeah.
Mr. Heights.
JT Heights. He just, I don't know, man. It's like It's like when you see a guy who's like, I have a really cool idea, and he starts a company, and he like doesn't know how to fucking run a company. He just had an idea. He's like the guy who's like, I have all these songs, I'm gonna be the front man, and he has no fucking idea how to be a front man because he was born without emotion or I don't know, empathy. I don't know.
I'm gonna send you all the songs on your on your timeline.
Brian likes to say that that Mr. JT Woodruff is an AI.
I'm pretty confident. I'm like, I'm like
I said
95% sure.
So JT Woodruff and Hawthorne Heights have their own TikTok, and sometimes I'll find ones where he's talking or doing like a reaction, and I'm like, "Yo, Brian, you might be on something."
Okay, I'm not wrong. Like, I might be wrong, but I'm not wrong. The man,
wow, that's a statement to make.
Yeah. He may at one time have been real, but we talk about this like Avril was replaced theory. I don't believe.
Well, we know
that.
she was, first of all. Okay, that's like legit, probably like 85%. It's Melissa now. All right.
JT Woodruff has a life model decoy of himself created. And anything on the internet could just be like him creating a deep fake of himself, putting it out there. It doesn't have to be real. He's in the Matrix, Lizzie. He's part of the computer system.
I want to say this is the least harmful conspiracy theory out there. Like, if you've seen that conspiracy theory chart, it's an inverted pyramid, and it's like at the bottom is like the least relevant or like the most harmless. That like JT Woodruff being an AI is down there.
I just think of the It's Always Sunny meme.
Yeah.
Now, Avril Lavigne being replaced by Melissa, her double, is a little bit more dangerous. Okay, just gonna say that.
Yes, we'll go ahead and say that replacing somebody.
Are we on the Avril train? Because I think it's sick. I think it's cool. I think
love
it's cool
Avril
that
Lavigne.
like she's working with like LD and stuff like.
Now, I also don't like John Feldman.
Yeah, he
but
hates John
we don't
Feldman.
have to go down that road. We can just stay in the road we're on and just be like, you know what? I'm really glad we got Avril.
I was about to wear a Goldfinger hoodie too.
I'm fine with Gold. I'm honestly Goldfinger, fine. Goldfinger, I'm fine with. It's just not John Feldman in a room, just being.
I mean, if Brian ever had to be in a room with John Feldman, I feel like if we ever got the chance to interview him, I think Brian would just be like, "Listen,
I have more questions.
I hate it.
I have so many questions. I have a ton of questions.
Like, well, that's not how you started an interview, but I guess here we go.
May I start with my list of questions? Number one, how dare you? Number one,
it sucks because I have so much tea, but I can't go out there
spilling
this fucking tea.
But like,
I can't do it.
No tea on the live stream.
Fucking Feldman.
Yeah,
I would love to work with Feldman. I mean, that's like the
we don't have nothing to prove.
He wasn't like a name like Travis Barker is today, where they're like, I was into that when I'm from fucking Blue Island, like the first band that he ever produced was Mest.
Yeah,
like the reason I do music and like fucking that was like the gateway, and so I've been like a Feldman fan since then.
I like Used.
Yeah,
I'm done. As far as his Feldman production, and Vices and Virtues by Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, that's a banger of an album. Underrated album.
Underrated. It's so good.
Did you? Oh, so after we had, I don't want to name anybody, so I just want to give vague ideas here. After one event that some people hung out with after the fact, after I left, I was told by another friend of Brian and I's that the person we were hanging out with said that the only good The Used album was the first album, and I think it's the worst take I've ever heard in my life.
Like the second best take I've ever heard. And that In Love and Death is also fantastic, but it might be their best record, not their only one though.
I mean, I feel like most of their...
I definitely feel like they were really strong live then, though. As a live show,
when Brian
like
and I
vomiting on stage and shit like that, all those antics, like fucking awesome.
Remember when bands used to puke on stage?
Yeah,
all these kids
just
nowadays,
added to the effect.
And
going out the audience.
Listen, they were drunk, they were high, they didn't know where they were. It was the best, the good old days.
They went through it. They were road warriors.
What are you
talking about? The one like female
who
rapper
pissed
that,
on somebody?
Someone.
Yeah, and that was at Welcome to Rockview.
What?
That's pretty fucked up.
Someone sent me the video
controversy?
and I was like, what? So this singer in this band, she was on Welcome to Rockview down in Florida. So we already know this is setting up great. And it was said that she was intoxicated. Who really knows? And she was like saying, "Oh, I'm so hardcore. I'm going to pee on somebody." And I was like, what? I'm like, that's
I
not
have to
something
pee.
you just
Who
say.
wants to come up on stage? I'll pee
That's
right
what it
on you.
was. She said, "I will take a willing consensual participant and I will piss on you." And I was like, what? That's just not what you
Not
you
one
tell people
person
you're
raised
gonna
their
kill
hand.
them in the pit. And then some dude came up, volunteered.
Yeah.
She's like, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, this is weird. So he laid down on stage and she just took her pants off while like talking
While
/
singing.
singing and just like pissed on this dude. Then he looked like stoked. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, he had a great time.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a great time. I don't know if anybody else
Wow.
was
No,
having
there was
a good
no
time.
reason to apologize for any of that. Like, just you did it. Good. Keep going.
Yeah, the band tried to put out a statement the next day. They're like, "Yeah, like she just got way too into it, and we're sorry." And everybody
know?
was like, "Do not apologize for this." They're like, "That is punk as fuck." People are like, "I found out about this band because of this, and I like it even more because of it." I'm like, you know what? It's 2021. This is probably like the least harmful thing comparatively that's happened this whole year.
That's true.
And just for reference, the band is called Brass Against. They are.
I didn't know it was a band. I thought it was like I don't know, like a hip hop thing. I thought it was like a hip hop festival.
No, she is.
No, it was
she's the
Welcome to
singer
Rockview.
of a band that does
Wow.
covers featuring like live brass instruments. A lot of
Rad.
like metal
Okay.
covers and that. And
Oh,
the
okay.
first thing that comes up is just all P stuff.
Whoa.
So you know, if you search for them, you'll find it.
You'll find it.
Wow, it's a whole new genre.
Oh god.
P metal.
Isn't that basically crust punk? I'm sorry.
It's peemo.
Emo.
I
Peemo.
hate it. I hate it. We have to end the stream now. We have to end the stream.
Thank you all for
Is there
joining
like
us
an,
on this episode.
I'm currently standing, but I wish I had an ejector seat. I could just.
So if you want to talk about this new holiday song
Yeah.
you're coming out with that I hope does not involve any type of pee or anything coming out of you unless that's like your new punk thing to do. Can you tell us more about it?
This is Queen of Transitions.
I knew my new peemo single is coming out this next week.
That's gonna be the title of this. Be like Peemo. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Not the
Peemo
title.
Social Club, baby.
Yeah.
Peemo
No.
Social Club.
Not the title. Not the title of the episode. That's for damn sure.
That would get clicks, though. That would
I
definitely
would
get
I would
clicks.
make it the title. Brian would be like, no, I'm changing this. I'm changing this right now. I wake up and it's something different, something generic.
That's a division of labor, you know. Like you get to pick the title, I get to be upset about it, but I don't get to change it. That's on
I mean,
you.
you could. We have that editorial
I-
decision between the both of us.
I trust you. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do trust you. Currently, at this moment, we'll find out.
Find out on Sunday evening.
Fantastic.
So yeah, anyway, back to music. Anyway, back to music. I did this song with Roy, and funny enough, I actually wrote it like a couple years ago, and finally I recorded it, and it'll be out soon. Like everything in my life, everything's fucking less than. But yeah, I'm excited for.
Is it like a traditional
check it out.
holiday song, or is it like a Blink-182 vibe holiday song?
You'll hear it.
Oh,
It's kind of let's say I'm going for Bowling for Soup. Blink humor. It's a joke song, but it's
Like
not.
Adam
You'll hear
Sandler,
it.
8 Crazy Nights type.
Not that extreme, but that's a great
Okay,
fucking
okay.
movie.
Would you say you're a musical
I wish
Adam
I
Sandler?
wish I just fucking covered. That's a technical file. I wish I just covered that
Oh
song.
my
That'd
god!
be
Hey,
fucking rad. Yeah.
hey guys, can we actually just watch 8 Crazy Nights? And I think it is a great movie. I don't care what anybody says. I love that movie.
It's an incredible movie. I actually introduced it to my younger sisters, and they request to watch it like every fucking year. Can we watch that movie?
It's a solid
That's the
movie.
fucking movie. We can watch that movie. Yeah.
I was allowed to watch it as a child. I don't know why, but listen, here we are. And I think it's a technical foul is ingrained into my head. So, Brian, do you like 8 Crazy Nights?
it's not my thing. No,
Oh, okay.
it's not my thing.
You don't like humor,
Sure.
I see.
I just
It's
like,
okay.
I just
Okay.
like, I like people liking it. That's great. It's just not for me.
Real quick, let me get back to the music. But you guys
Okay.
check out that new Seth Rogen show on HBO Max. He has a new holiday claymation.
Oh, I was
no, I'm not.
unaware of that. I
It's
know he
pretty
has his.
It's like in the vein of Sausage Party. If you guys ever watched
God.
that, and
Okay.
it's super raunchy, dark, fucked up humor. And I
I'm
watched the first
scarred
episode
from-
last
I'm
night.
scarred from that movie. I
Oh, are
remember
you?
watching
Okay.
it and I said, "What the hell is going on here?"
Then you'll love the show.
You'll love it.
You'll love it. I'm gonna get into my GC and pull the HBO Max log, and we all share between the 7 of us.
I forgot the name, but just type in Seth Rogen and it should
It'll
show
pop up.
You loved Sausage Party.
I don't know if
not
that's a
me.
way you
That's
wanna-
not- if this is
mm-mm,
this isn't
no.
my commercial. Thank you. Keep moving. Keep moving.
We
Skip
have
ad. Skip ad.
we transitioned from P to holiday music back to sausage party, so there's a lot of diversity
it's
here.
about a
but it's all
holiday
roundabout
show
donut method.
from the
I don't know
makers
what
of
else
Sausage
you guys
Party.
fucking expect with having me on the fucking show, yo. I'm sorry.
Look, the episode is the episode. What happens in
episode
it?
is what
That's
it
what
is.
happens in it.
Listen,
Anyway.
you were recently on an episode with our friend Jake from Pop Punk Pizza. So how did that go in comparison?
Yeah.
I love all y'all.
How-
there's enough day for everybody. I don't fucking know.
How many sausage parties did he talk about?
How many pizzas did he make you eat?
Yeah.
That was kind of tough. We had to figure that out because he offers like pizza for all the guests, but like you're trying to eat it while you're fucking talking. So like that. So like by the time you actually get to enjoy it, it's kind of cold,
Yeah.
but it was still good. But I love the platform and like what the idea behind it, and that's kind of it's pretty rad.
I think I'm
But,
gonna
no
recommend
complaints,
to
dude. I
him
fucking love
a sausage party pizza.
Okay. All right.
Sausage Party Pizza.
Like I'm just gonna
the
like
movie.
Is it a collab pizza? Like we pick a pizza place somehow in the city and we say we have a collaborative sausage party pizza. God damn it.
No, we don't. No, we don't. You and your hypothetical there sold me on not doing it. So no,
We'll
sold.
do it, and I like it, Lizzie. I like it. And we'll listen to Hawthorne Heights the whole night.
There we go. Let's
Be a great
go.
I know it's hard to feel, but
Yeah, I've known Jake for fucking years, but I feel like I don't really know you guys, so it's kind of cool to like chat with new friends and stuff.
talk
But
about
yeah, I've known
sausage
Jake.
and pee.
Fucking yeah. Known Jake. He's been in the scene for a minute too. He's been playing in bands and whatnot. So his old band, The Projection. I'm pretty sure we played shows together with like Super Fry and the Show and Tell and stuff like that. So yeah.
The new competition between people is now their podcast. So we had bands, they competed. Everybody's trying to get the audience. Everybody's trying to be like, I'm better at whatever than you. Now it's podcast. Now it's like, listen, Jake, listen, catch me in the
God.
streets.
Listen,
It's
motherfucker.
Sharks and Jets,
Listen.
man.
No, dude. Honestly, the more the fucking merrier. I fucking love podcasts. I listen to
100%.
podcasts
Oh, yeah,
all fucking day, dude.
I
I do
feel
food
like-
delivery, so that's all I fucking do is listen to
Yeah.
podcasts all fucking day. So like, I was like, I was listening to you guys, listening to Pop Punk and Pizza, I was listening to fucking. I'm a big fan of Whitney Cummings. If you guys know
Oh
her,
yeah, no,
Yep.
she's great. I love her.
she's really good at what she does. Who else? Music business shit. Anything you want to learn is on there too. So
That's how I originally got into podcasts, was like, I want to learn about this. Like I was listening to one that was about like financial stuff because I'm, finally living on my own. I need to know some things. And I'm like, cool.
Ooh,
I'm on my way to work.
Sure,
I might
sure.
as well figure out what I'm going to do with the money when I get it. And then it's like, I listen to the same thing, but it's about Game of Thrones. I'm like, man, I haven't learned shit, dude. I
is it
know
like a
what's in-
metaphor for like money and how to like live life and stuff, or
I guess, I always pay my debts, I guess. Like,
I mean, there you go. I mean, otherwise someone's gonna come and kill you. So I feel you learned something here.
cutthroat out here.
Yeah.
I think it just became less of like, I want to be an adult, to more of like, bring me to when I was a child, bring me back to my childhood, make me feel like the world is not a flaming pile of sausage party, make me feel
Oh,
like I have, I do think like there's more interest in that like nostalgia side of it now, just because we're all like kind of getting to a place where like the things we love don't exist in the same way anymore. And I certainly think that like in our community, people are way more open to new stuff, but we want to feel like that old, the place we came from. We want to have that like remembrance to our childhood. I read a lot about this recently, and I'm like, huh. Well, that fucked me up. I'm gonna go back to listening to My Chemical Romance from 2005 again.
I love that.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's. I mean, part of the fact that like Olivia Rodrigo and part of the fact that MGK and all these artists are doing so much new pop punk, it's like the same but different. It's like there's clearly that nostalgia for us in it as well. We can enjoy, we have something to grasp onto, but we also want to go back to what made us interested in that in the first place. Like the small communities we were in, the shows we went to, the people that were there, like all those parts of it are, I think that's what people are gravitating towards. They're certainly feeling like, man, I miss that side of it because now we're all so separate. We're all so busy with other shit. And like for one single song, I can feel like a child again.
Oh my God.
Interesting. So you love my Christmas song then?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, like to Brian's point there, I mean, it's like pretty much proven like factual, at least for like my recent like meeting at work. We're shifting for our alt rock station. We're shifting our demographic focus from 32 through 47. So we're marketing towards those people. And when I look at all of our playlist logs of everything real time, we have Fall Out Boy, we have My Chem, we have like new Olivia Rodrigo, we have MGK, and then we have other like pop punk stuff like sprinkled in. And all these people like online, on Twitter, on TikTok, they'll be like, nobody wants this new hard rock or like new other stuff. I'm like, well, first of all, there's already hard rock channels over there. You can put all the Buck Cherry butt rock you want on over there and listen to it and have a good time.
And I will.
But then you have like the traditional
directed to you, Brian. Sorry.
Fucking Buck Cherry, man.
Never forget. But then you also have the traditional like alt rock, like our KQX and things like that we're used to like hearing it. And we're like, why aren't we hearing like a more diverse range? And I'm like, because this is what people want, and this is what the age range of people in here mainly listen to and want to reflect back on. And nostalgia sells. There's like millions upon millions of marketing research projects about how nostalgia is used as a marketing tool and selling tool. So it makes sense for it. Now, are you also marketing to me who's under that demographic because I listen to it too? Yeah. But then you're also still grabbing like people who are in my age bracket and younger who still tune in to certain radio stations being like, oh, I can hear Olivia Rodrigo. But then maybe they've never listened to My Chemical Romance. That pains me to say. But there's people like that. They're like, hey, have you heard of this? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where have you been?
Yes, I've
but
heard.
Things
No,
like
I've been dealing with that, or like it's kind of related, but kind of not really. But about my career and what I've been doing with music and stuff. But like people, when they hear my music, it's like, you know, I know everyone means well when they say it, but they're always like, yeah, it takes me back. It reminds me of old days. I'm like, fuck, I want people to be like, this is so
new and hip
and fresh and hip, and yeah, exactly. And I'm just doing my fucking thing, and I guess I can't help it. I'm gonna fucking sound like what I sound like. It's just me, what I write, my influences. It's just gonna fucking sound like.
Just cover an Olivia Rodrigo song and see what happens.
me and Reese were going to. We were going to do it at our last acoustic show. We were going to cover Deja Vu.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
But we didn't. What did we cover instead? I forgot. I think he ended up not being able to do it, and then I just played solo, and I ended up covering Complicated by Avril.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And that was with the Keep Flying show, right? At Burlington?
No, this is actually a private party, Lexi's birthday party. Yeah. But yeah, the Keep Flying show was incredible. That was a great fucking time. A lot of kids came out for that one for a Tuesday night. That was really cool.
They're a really fun band. I saw them at the 105 here before COVID, and they were so much fun. It was only like maybe 20, 25 kids in like this very packed venue that could only fit maybe like 50 people in it. And it was
I played there.
so fun. Yep. They're so fun.
I think I played actually under the name Summer Curse, like my second show there, 2019. And yeah, doing acoustic stuff. But yeah, that was such a cool place. And like that was another great show for me too, because like I feel like I've definitely played in front of like all strangers, and everyone was like feeling it, which is great.
We love it.
Yeah. To go back to what you mentioned about like, you know, this sounds like this, like I don't know, like I do think that it's just part of like being an artist. Like Blink-182 found artists that they really liked and they ripped them off, and then All Time Low ripped off Blink-182, and it just goes down the line, right? So I don't think it's a negative thing to be like, oh, it sounds like this. Though I know as an artist, you're like, I wasn't trying to. Like, I thought this was cool and different. But if everybody's looking for that sort of nostalgic part of it, they're always going to hear, you know, what they want to get out of it. And what'll be good is if you like play it for a bunch of different people and they all say something different, because then you're like, oh wow, this is all different kinds of stuff.
Well, sometimes you do fucking get that though. I feel like when you show somebody like your music and they're just like, oh, it reminds me of fucking Seether. I'm like, yeah, thanks, bro. You know, it's not nothing like Seether, but cool. Appreciate it. I'm gonna submit it to Octane Radio.
Actually, Broken by Seether featuring Amy Lee is now a TikTok trend. I need everybody to be aware of it, and I need all of us to get on it.
Fair enough.
Ryan's hanging his head.
Fucking fair enough.
And
the internet
upset energy.
Allow me to explain in what ways the internet was a mistake. Number one, Broken by Seether featuring Amy Lee is now a featured song on TikTok.
Listen, Brian's just upset. I want him to make TikToks with me, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't mind making them with you. I just like my brain doesn't work in short form fucking anything. Like so when dubstep happened, I was like, this is about as much chaos I can handle in an art form.
But you can handle 100 gex. You can handle 100 gex.
Hyperpop is no more chaotic than dubstep is.
Are we sure about that?
Yes, because at the very least, like every single part of it is not changing. Dubstep is like, I found the weirdest sounds. I'm gonna do one of them every 2 seconds and just fuck with your brain. And that was like as far as my old and aging metal kid brain could handle. So like, you do TikTok, you do Vine even. Like Vine being like 6 seconds, I'm like, I can't think in 6 seconds. And now
that's the thing, head empty.
I can't think in 6 seconds. I need a minute to fucking 4 minutes, and now the TikTok is a minute to 3.
You gotta keep up with the pandemic babies.
Minutes.
They're advanced. We have to be equally advanced.
I literally do hour-long podcasts because this is how long I can think in.
I can thinking? I love it.
I can think in. This is my time frame for thinking is 1 hour. After like less than that, I'm like, come on, I didn't get all my thoughts. I know there's more thoughts in here. I don't have them because we didn't go an hour, you know?
Oh my God.
We didn't go an hour? So they sit there until next
week?
They
simmer?
I'm stuck with
they
these
just
thoughts.
simmer.
Until the next week?
Oh, okay. I'm stuck with these thoughts. What am I supposed to do?
Sometimes I'll just text the thoughts and I'll be like, okay.
Are you guys planning on seeing Spider-Man?
Oh, yes. So
that's going to be rad.
Look, we're here tonight, which means I'm not seeing Spider-Man tonight.
We're not seeing Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. Lizzie is about to have nothing to say for a little bit, and Lizzie, I'm sorry. Forgive us.
I don't have shit to say either. I just thought
I don't.
That's the only comment I had. Like,
yeah, I liked Into the Spider-Verse, and otherwise I'm really not a big Spider-Man person, so I'm indifferent about it.
So
rude as
I
fuck.
love Spider-Man.
Rude.
I've rewatched.
I fucking love Spider-Man too. Yeah.
I've rewatched the Raimi trilogy.
Awesome.
Really not that good. Fun.
Horrible.
Not that fucking good.
Rewatched. We shouldn't be that harsh. Don't be that harsh. But like, it doesn't hold up for the year when it came out in 2002, bro.
Yes.
Most things are not gonna hold up. Okay.
Yeah. It is based on a pre The Dark Knight world, and then the Amazing Spider-Man is based in a post The Dark Knight world, where they have to make things edgy and violent and grotesque, and like he's dark but he's funny. And
is that the Andrew Garfield one?
Yeah. So I'll say that the first Andrew Garfield one, not terrible. Not
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I actually like the fact that he rode a skateboard.
Yeah.
And like
he's a little bit more
I remember like little tidbit pop punk, but
yeah.
There's like an Atticus something in there, Atticus sticker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blink-182 clothing line back in the day. So I was like, yo, and that's like it's kind of based off of, from what I can see, like based off of like Ultimate Spider-Man. So it's like my generation.
Yeah.
Where
then there's the Coldplay song
hip.
when he's doing flips. And then you're like, well, this ages it. Also, to connect it back to emo music, I was like, there's a lot of like like music video-esque montages in these two movies. And because it was directed by Mark Webb, ironic because Webb Spider-Man, but also he was the director of all of My Chemical Romance's music videos. He was the director of some brand new music videos. Director
is that right?
of
Did he do the what's the one, the gnarly one with the warfare?
Ghost of You.
Yep, Ghost of You. He directed
did he do
that
one.
Yep,
that
he
one's
directed
a fucking
Helena.
That one's a movie.
Yeah,
that one's a movie.
They're war heroes. Can you believe that they died in World War II and came back? That's crazy. The only troops I support.
Can you? The My Chemical
only to do Riot Fest and cancel and and then do it again.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is the Spider-Man from emo pipeline exists based on Tobey Maguire in the third movie, and then Andrew Garfield's two movies. The second one of that is still not good. I watched that today just to prepare, and it's still not good.
I haven't watched it since it came out, honestly.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx was like, "Why am I blue?"
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, they're like,
why am I?
He was doing press
That's
for
a
the
good.
movie.
That's a good question, though. I feel like it's a valid question.
Jamie Foxx can be fine in things. I love him in Django Unchained, for example. Like, I absolutely love that movie. So
great movie. Yeah.
So then, like, I know he's a good actor, but you gave him shit to work with, and you made him fully blue, and he even was like, "This is fine, not really that cool." Now he's going into this new movie where he's not blue. That's in the trailers, so I'm not, no spoilers. That's literally in the trailers.
He's Mr. Freeze. He's Mr. Freeze. He's coming through.
He's like, "Let's kick some ice." He is not blue in this movie. Dabba dee, dabba don't. And he was saying in an interview,
Spider-Man spoilers on here now on the Twitch stream.
This is not a spoiler. This is all
we don't know. I'm trusting you. Someone could.
This is all from trailers. This is from not even like the long form trailers, like just the stuff that's been shown on like TV spots for like 10 seconds. Like these are like very common knowledge at this point. Even the video that Tom Holland and the cast did for No Spoilers, Jamie Foxx was like, "Yeah, no spoilers," and they're like, "But Jamie, you are a spoiler," and he's like, "I'm a spoiler." So it's a bit and it's a whole thing, but this is like the least possible spoiler thing. He's not blue. He's just not blue, and he's having a great time with it. So I'm gonna see it tomorrow. So that's why you know that there's no spoiler, because I haven't seen it yet.
Cool.
But if I had gotten tickets tonight, this would have been a either a much shorter interview or a much later interview, one way or the other. But they were all sold out for the good seats. So
I don't blame you, man. That was a hot ticket. I saw everyone posting about it, and I don't really see like that shit too much with movies.
Yeah,
like really,
it's just Marvel.
Like where like multiple friends are posting about it. Like, I got my ticket. It's like a concert event. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was people reselling them for like
literally
thousands
see it the next
of dollars.
day too. It'll still be there.
And like it's still available. But I mean, I think like, so I literally logged onto YouTube early yesterday, and I was scrolling, and I'm not going to say what it was, but I was scrolling, and literally someone had posted a video of a scene from the movie. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like,
that's what LimeWire was for. All right. This ain't LimeWire, it's YouTube.
It's just YouTube. It's the LimeWire where you don't choose what you listen to or watch next. I was in the theater watching Infinity War premiere, the second showing of the night, maybe even the first. So it's like literally no one has seen this movie before the tickets that I was able to get, seeing it for the first time. And as they get to the end of the movie, spoilers for Infinity War, which came out in 2018, when everybody starts getting dusted, there's two dudes right in front of me, both of them on their phones. Just filming the whole fucking thing for like 10 minutes. They're just filming it.
Oh my God.
I saw those guys outside, and I was like, I think I need to fight a man.
Oh my God, Brian.
I don't, but I needed to be my own superhero in that moment, and I needed to take these two men to task and let them know, like, what you've done is inherently wrong morally, and if it were against the law, I would call a cop. I want you to know. I wouldn't do that for any other crime.
Why are we calling cops now? Now
they're pretty strict on that shit, though. I went to see, what's the Seth Rogen movie where like
Sausage Party?
Like, No, not sausage fucking party. It's the one where like with a bunch of little kids that are.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help.
It's like a bunch of little kids that are like doing horrible shit.
I can't remember the name, but that
saying,
movie
like,
was
90s, mid 90s.
No,
or something like that.
It's like super bad but with kids.
Right.
It was
Anyway,
so funny. It's so
I
good.
saw the premiere. I went to the premiere of that. They did like a premiere. Like he tweeted out like a code, and like it came. I saw it like 5 days before the actual release date.
Flex.
And I was like, I went there and I fucking took my phone out to shut it off, and they're like, "Hey, buddy," like security came through. "Hey, buddy, one more time and you're out of here."
Oh my god!
I was literally about to shut it off or like turn the volume down or whatever. Like that's all I was fucking doing. I was like, "Yo, y'all need to chill."
Have you been to a concert that's done that? I'm on the side of justice here, dude.
Like, don't worry.
Have you been to a concert that's done that?
You're being that serious? Like as far as
they locked up your phone.
No phone. Well, I don't know about that. That's pretty much like nowadays it's encouraged because if anything, promotion for your fucking band. But like I know for like comedy that shit does not work. Like the jokes will. You know, you hear a joke
stolen.
once, it's like it's done. You know, I don't want to hear it again.
I don't think it's funny anymore.
I already saw it. You know, so
as I watched The Office for the 20th time.
Yeah, as I watch every Dave Chappelle special over and over
exactly.
again.
Well, Jack White for his upcoming tour, he's going the no phone route again. So we're gonna see how that goes. I saw him briefly when I was at Shaky Knees, and that was when he first started the like.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he was like on that like no phone kick, and that's when like a bunch of artists started doing it, and it was weird. But like you're at a music festival, and he was getting pissed off and was like having a temper tantrum on stage because people had their phones out at a music festival recording him because the rest of his tour is in arenas, and you could control that. And it was just very weird. And I actually had it. I saw a group Love to that tour. And they had us lock up our phones, but it was because they were playing new music that wasn't released yet. Which was pretty cool, but I was like, I'm like, what if I need to get my phone and I don't want to leave the pit? Like, I don't like this too much. I feel like it's just very strange because Tool is doing the same thing too.
And that was what I was going to say because I saw a Perfect Circle and they let you keep your phone, but they had signs on the back of like every chair that was like no phones out at all. And there were guys like walking up and down with the lights, like kind of looking in. And then I get home and I'm like, I'm going to look on YouTube and see if the concert is on there. And literally they had played a festival and the entire thing was filmed. It was the exact same show, entirely filmed. I'm like, so I could go on YouTube and watch it. And I'm not the person who's going to film a concert anyway. But if I wanted to post something like Here I Am, and A Perfect Circle is a band that I grew up with. I was a huge fan of them. And it's like, I want to post that I fucking like your band,
about.
fucking monster.
Fucking no shame. I mean, yeah, you want to fucking brag about it at the show. That you were there at least.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
It's exactly what you're saying. It's promotion. And I mean, a band like Tool, a band like A Perfect Circle has plenty of money behind them. Jack White has plenty of money behind him. A lot of these comedians all have money behind them. So it's like they don't need the promotion, but I don't know. Yeah. I think it's a little bit like... I do get
stoked when I see photos of fucking Warped Tour 2006, and I'm like, "Yo, everyone's like present and like having a good." It's just like a different thing.
Yeah,
it's weird.
But if you had like photos that you took on your phone, like saved on your computer, or you could go back to somewhere where you had it and like look at it, or your photos like making its way around MySpace at the time. Yeah. You're like, "Yo, I found it on MySpace." Like,
yeah. Right.
That part of it's still cool. It's just not like, oh, I have the entire concert filmed from a phone in the upper seats. You know, it's like, well, that I don't need. But the other side of this is like the nostalgia of those photos from 10 years ago is awesome. I wish that I could take my phone out and do that.
Yeah. No, you're right. I have so many fucking like Polaroids of me with like bands like NoFX and shit, like actual pictures, and like it's kind of weird.
Yeah. No, I think it is strange for a band to do it, and that's why I think the only bands that are doing it are older bands. But I do see the value in like we have new music and we are playing it for you because you are here. we don't want the new music to be on the internet yet, so we have to prevent that from happening. That I totally get if you're a bigger band, but yeah, I'm like, dude, people are going to enjoy it and they're going to be there and they're going to support you and they're going to buy a fucking t-shirt and let them have their goddamn phone. The world is on the internet. That's why they're listening to it on Spotify.
Yeah. Exactly. I was thinking about that recently, actually, with like the new song, because I've been like sending it to bandmates and like people that are involved with the songs, and because I have like ad libs that are on the song too, and like I showed like family members and whatnot. We would be hearing it, but I only have like the first mix, so I don't want to like spoil it. But like but like as I was sending it out to people, I was like telling everyone like, oh, don't share it. But at the same time, I'm like, what am I, fucking Jay-Z? Like,
What am I, Jay-Z?
Fucking share it. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's a good thing. I want people to be like, I want people talking about it. Like,
it's almost the same like mindset of like, I don't care where you get the music from, you can illegally download it as long as it's being like shared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know. I don't know this fucking recipe.
It's there is no recipe because the recipe keeps changing when kids get on
You
TikTok.
measure with your heart. That's how you
with
do
your
it.
heart. That's the
It's like
title
when
of
you
the
make-
episode.
Yeah. Not peemo? Come on, Brian.
No. Measure with your heart.
He's gonna be
Music-
so mad if that's not the
Music can
title.
only be measured with your heart. I think that's good. Billboard would have a word to say with you, but I think that makes sense,
Wow.
from our end.
Yeah.
Well, that's the stream, guys. Thanks for
Oh my god.
You guys have any more questions?
no.
We could even touch on just very briefly. So congratulations on beating cancer. First of all, I know that's like a huge thing. I remember seeing that on your
Thank you so
socials. I
much.
was like, holy shit, like that's terrible. But the fact that you were able to kind of come out of it, especially after one, a misdiagnosis, and then two, just some like kind of like not great things that happened with like your GoFundMe and everything like that. It's really good to see that like, you're still here and doing things.
Well, thank you so much. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been obviously a gnarly year. No one wants to deal with that. Dealing with the cancy during the pandy. And
God.
Go on.
it's just a terrible. Yeah. We were making fucking me and Jack were making jokes about it too, but like that's my personality, and I wanted to make like laughing throughout it all, because like life is fucking short, and you just have to like be just present as much as you fucking can be, because you just never fucking know. So do what you love, kids. That's what I'm trying to say.
Put the phone away, live in the
but
moment.
yeah. Yep, live in the fucking moment. But it's real. Like, man, gratitude. For real. It's fucking awesome that everything worked out. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it, really. I don't really want it to make it. I don't want to make it like part of my. I don't mind talking about it. Obviously, you know, people fucking know. I like, you know, I fucking wouldn't shut the fuck up about it online. And yeah, I don't know. I'm a birthday whore, so why wouldn't I fucking do that too? If I got, you know what I mean? So. Everybody, it's my fucking birthday. You know,
God.
so
It was
it's weird to me that some people like Norman McDonald's like held that shit inside and wouldn't tell anybody, and like ended up sadly passing away from it. But like that's just not who I am. Like I told everyone in the world, and like tried to get as much help as I could throughout that time period of my life. But like you know, I'm just moving on, and I don't want to make it like part of my fucking like brand. I definitely have a song about it. But I definitely have like joke songs too. So it's like I'm trying to figure that out actually as I go along with like my music like releases and stuff like that, because like I don't want one song to be like, you know, Kiss and the next song Cancer.
Well,
I mean-
listen, it shows your range.
Blink-182 is your
Yeah, Blink-182
Is your-
would say
is your line for that.
otherwise.
Yeah.
You can do Take Off Your Pants and Jacket as the title of your record. You can do The Rock Show, you can do First Date, and then you can do fucking like Adam's Song and
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Sing
you're
Together for
absolutely
the
fucking right.
Kids.
Like,
It's
yeah,
like-
Sing Together for the Kids. Exactly. Perfect example. They get pretty dark. So
Yeah.
It's
You know.
like, man, I'm just dick jokes, and then it's like, parents got divorced. It's like,
And then you
Jesus
do a
Christ,
couple.
dude.
Then you do a couple songs like that, and then you throw in "You Want to Fuck a Dog in the Ass," and then it just breaks it all up all over again.
exactly.
Don't throw it in.
Fucking, holy shit! Fucking exactly. I'm excited to like record this like song about the cancer thing though. Like, it's pretty deep.
Number two.
So I'm doing this fucking song about like my diagnosis and such, and I'm also doing this like really really poppy song. Like that's actually a cover of like one of my old bands, and like I'm gonna make like 3 people happy, but it's fucking awesome. For people that were there during that time period, I'll probably I don't know. Hopefully, it gets reached out to the scene, because I don't know if are you guys familiar with the band Superfry from back in the day?
I'm
I
not.
was like the bass player.
No.
Okay, right on. Okay,
It's too
so
far
I was in
north.
that band. I joined that band when I was like 16, and I was like a fan of the band before I joined and shit. And they have this really dope song that like I feel like has potential to still like live in 2021. So I'm gonna do a cover of that, and yeah, that'll be cool. I've been playing it live too, some of the shows.
Ooh, okay.
It goes
Yeah.
over
Some people
pretty
have
well.
done like a sneak
Yeah.
peek of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they filmed it. They
Mhm.
put it up online.
Yeah, that's crazy how like a song from like 2006 could hold up and like
Oh yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Oh yeah. Unreleased Donda material.
Oh my god.
exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
But like the Christmas song. I mean, like I wrote that in fucking 2013.
yeah.
And it's
There was a
just coming
Christmas
out
that year,
now,
I think.
and I'm still fucking stoked. I'm still stoked on it, and you know, it's one of those just things that it's like every Christmas it comes around, I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that, and then I just don't have enough time
Then
to
you said,
record it. And
let's
Yeah.
go.
yeah,
right
now I'm
now.
like this year, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like make shit happen. So
We are at an hour. So before we wrap up this recording, I want to give you a chance to toss out all your plugs, where people can find you, where people can know that the song is dropped, that they can hear it. And also just, anywhere you want people to find you on the internet.
okay, rad. So my Instagram is Dave Gomez Official, and you can pretty much find all the band stuff at Summer Curse Band, and it's summercurse.com. That's probably the easiest thing. Summercurse.com. Everything fucking shows up, and there you have it. There's tons of material you can dive into. You can listen to songs from back in the fucking day. I released multiple EPs starting from like 2010. So
Damn.
technically, Summer Curse has been a band since then, but yeah, there
Just
you have
different
it.
name.
Summercurse.com.
Yeah. It's kind of like the same idea as taking photos at Warped Tour back in the day. It's like I got songs that I wrote all this time ago that still hold up, and like I can look back at them, and you know, maybe there's somebody who didn't go to Warped Tour who didn't have those memories and was like, oh wow, I wish, like, that looks awesome, I wish I could have gone. And it's the same idea. It's like a time capsule of whatever was happening at that time, and you can still enjoy it as a piece of art and media.
It is. I mean, like I have a it's like a compilation, if you will, of a bunch of old songs, like 2 EPs and some other songs, like all in one. It's called Celebration on there. And I have people reaching out to me saying, man, this album is dope. I'm like, yes, it's exactly what I intended, but it's actually not really an album.
Yes.
It's actually a compilation record. It's like, you know, I kind of look at it now, since I'm like so in the fucking now, and I want to like move forward with like the new material and stuff. But it's like I look at that as like B-sides in a weird way. I'm like, those are like, you know, not that I'm not proud of them. Obviously, I really re-released them for a reason, but I'm like, I just want it to live online. That's the main reason, because of the way people listen to music now. It's like, you know, I want it to be there so people can just dive in.
Yeah.
Especially like with, I don't know, like me personally getting into music. I remember like discovering bands, and like I wanted to like find their old shit.
Oh yeah.
So.
Easy to find.
Yeah.
Easy to get into the whole catalog.
And not wait a year and a half for a
Catalog.
vinyl.
Yeah, and not, you know, be like forget about it because like one of your later albums became popular and nobody listens to I Brought You My Bullets.
I have that on vinyl.
I know you do. It's your
And I
favorite,
have no
right?
shame of like the songs that are like kind of like whatever, like kind of like not proud of them. Like I have no shame. I'm glad they exist, because like I don't know, like NoFX have like terrible records. They're just like unlistenable. It's terrible, and they know that. They'll tell you themselves.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's their entire brand. I feel.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
They make fun of the fact that they're like kind of bad, but like they're not bad though, like at all. They're like really fucking good at what they do.
You kind of have to do both, right? It's like I have to be good one time so that I can be bad another time, and then, you know, it's you can't make
It bridges
all
the gap.
bad Spider-Mans.
Wow.
Exactly.
Bringing it back.
Good. Ooh, I like that.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back. Yeah, so if you are listening to this episode, we're going to move it over to Twitch, hang out for a little bit longer over there. If you're listening to this episode and you're not on Twitch, you should be there. But you should also go and check out all of Dave's stuff. Summer Curse is the band name. All the links in the description. Dave, what a beautiful time. What a
I
beautiful,
love you guys.
beautiful time talking to you.
Dude.
Fucking awesome. Thank you guys so much.